what the Border Patrol told me, and this is actually part of the cartel strategy, because of the volume of people coming across the Border Patrol that makes the arrest, they have to engage quite literally in babysitting. And while they're doing babysitting, that provides an opportunity for the cartels to be able to bring other people across the border illegally. More about the cartels in a second. 2 factoids that the Border Patrol shared with me. Just this calendar year alone, there have been more than 800 criminal aliens apprehended. Those were criminals, violent criminals, who had been previously arrested in the United States and deported, who came across the border again. Among those included 78 sex offenders and 62 gang members, including gang members from MS-13. And know this, cartels, they are ramping up trafficking across the border. They're exploiting women and children, and they are overwhelming Border Patrol resources. The Border Patrol has made very clear to me the way this strategy works. The cartels, they are involved in every single one of these border crossings that we see. But more important, the cartels are even more involved in the crossings that we do not see. The strategy of the cartels is to overwhelm Border Patrol agents and law enforcement officials. And when the Border Patrol agents are so completely overwhelmed, it's during those moments that the cartels will bring across the border even the more dangerous elements. It could be people who are violent criminals, or it could be people who are from what are called special interest countries. Those are countries that are raise concerns about the danger they may pose to the United States, such as people coming from countries like Iran and Iraq, China, as well as elsewhere. The cartels are quite literally being enriched because of the policies that are being used by the Biden administration. The Biden administration is helping the cartels make more money and grow more power. They are allowing smugglers who are members of the cartel on the Mexican side bring in narcotic smugglers, special interest aliens, as well as drugs that include fentanyl, cocaine, and opioids. One thing that is clear from all the observations and all the information that I've been able to gather, and that is we need more ICE detention facilities in this area immediately. The Biden administration is not providing vaccinations for the Border Patrol. We have Border Patrol officers whose lives are on the line on a daily basis and hourly basis. And the Biden administration will not step up and provide those Border Patrol officers with the vaccinations they need. The Biden administration should surge vaccines to Texas, to all men and women on the Border Patrol this week, and ensure that every Border Patrol officer in the state of Texas will be vaccinated this week. Anything less than that is the epitome of inhumanity. My phone has been ringing off the hook from ranchers in this region and regions west of here about the dramatic increase in the number of people who are crossing their ranches and causing mayhem on their ranches. You got business owners, you got homeowners whose lives are being completely disrupted. And the Biden administration does not care about those ranchers, those homeowners, and the peoples whose lives are being disrupted. He does not care about Americans. He cares more about people who are not from this country. I need the Biden administration to step up and start providing the safety and security that Texans and Americans deserve.
Clearly, make no mistake about it, the cartels, as the governor said, are trying to exploit Border Patrol by overwhelming them. When they do, they move methamphetamine, cocaine, marijuana, heroin between the ports of entry, plain and simple. And they move ammunition and weapons south, and they also move cash south. It's plain and simple. And there's no question that Border Patrol, properly resourced, properly staffed, equipped with the right equipment and technology, can secure the Texas-Mexico border. As the governor said, it's a sovereign responsibility for the federal government to do so. In the absence of that, it impacts not just in terms of Texans in the border region, but Texans everywhere, and quite frankly, everybody internationally. I mean, the cartels, if you got a drug problem in New York City, in Los Angeles, in San Francisco, or Chicago, you've got a border problem because the cartels dominate the drug and human smuggling market. And I can tell you another thing, as long as cartels are allowed to lure, to entice, to bring women and children, into the United States, they'll be preyed upon. And the depravity of the Mexican cartels is unseen by any organized crime group ever. And what they do, the brutality, would shame ISIS in that regard in terms of what they do. They're a domestic security threat to the government of Mexico. They're the enemy of Texas. They're the enemy of the United States. Governor, thank you for your leadership.
Thank you. And now, Tracy Norris, the Adjutant General.
Policy today is allowing cartels to enrich themselves. It's allowing cartels to prey upon the innocent, women, children. Cartels, because of current policy, are allowed to go into countries like Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, and they're allowed now, because of policy, to advertise their services, encourage women and children to put themselves in the hands of these dangerous individuals that Commander McGraw talked about. We're seeing the abuse, we're seeing the rape, we're even seeing the murder of these innocent individuals because policy is allowing them to generate profit. Our policy should be about the American citizens, the U.S. citizens, and its protection.